Hello everybody and welcome to another Let's Talk About It. I am Taco Minaj and today we will be doing another grayscale makeup. I really enjoy doing these grayscale makeups. This is one of my favorite things. I feel like these are pretty easy compared to like normal types of makeup because really it's just blending out grays and like learning how to light and shade yourself. Light and shade. Is that the word? I don't know. But we started off with a good base of the Minaj Clown White makeup, and then I went in with the Krylon TV Paint Stick 32A, and I used that to contour, and then after I was happy with what I created, I then went in with the Minaj Super White setting powder and then set my face. So now we are all set to go right on ahead, and then we are going to use the Revolution Color Book #1. So this is basically a 2-in-1 palette. It's got the same shades on both sides, but one side is shimmery and the other side is matte. I am going to use the shimmery shades. As you can see, I've already have used these. I feel like I'm going to use I think what I'm going to do is just combine all 3 top rows together and then do all 3 bottom rows for like a deeper contour. But let's get started and see what we come. Wow, it is an off day for me, huh? Let's see what we can come up with and let's get into it. So starting off with just your average typical contouring brush, I'm just going to take all 3 of these colors and then just really like dip into all of these and get really into all of these just to pack on a lot of color. Now I'm going to use the lighter shades to contour first, kind of like a bronzer, and then I will go in with the darker shades just to deepen up the pockets, like I said earlier. So then now I'm just going to take small and slight little strokes on where I put my contour at, and then just really like impact that area and kind of blend it all out. This way it's seamless and airbrushed and flawless. But we want it to be soft as well. So this is what I have for you guys today. Please stick around, please enjoy. And you can see by looking at both of my cheeks that this one is a little bit deeper because of the contouring, but we're just kind of trying to add some of that back. So I'm trying to hold my little mirror right here, this way you guys can see me and I can see what I'm doing. But essentially when I'm contouring, even for like normal faces of makeup, I like to start where I want it deepest to the most and then drag it down to where I want it lightest. And I feel like that's like a really good way to contour, because we want like the deeper shades, the depth, if you will, to be at the very outer edges of your face. And this is looking pretty soft, but a little bit uneven. I feel like whose face is, symmetrical? Not mine. And that's okay, no big deal. But so just continuing to grab some of that color and then slowly, I think for the forehead I like to use circular motions with the brush just to like blend it out and gradiate it towards the center of my forehead, but definitely pack it on in the temples. So basically I'm contouring the same way that I normally contour, but this is just showing you how to do it using just like these 2 tones, that is like white and gray essentially. So like it's very good to practice with black and white and like grayscale, if you ask me, because it can show you how to softly build up stuff easier and make everything a little bit more airbrushed and show you where you need to put the colors. But if only I had known that before I started my makeup, I feel like that probably would have been able to help me a little bit more when I was first beginning with my drag makeup. But essentially it's just adding more depth where you want the depth, which is along my hairline. This way the wigs kind of conceal a little bit better. And then we're going to do the same thing for my chin area, focusing most of the color here where the light hits my double chin, and then dragging that softly up. And of course, blending, blending, blending. The key to makeup is blending. Like, I've heard that when I first started doing makeup, but like, it's true. And then I always like to just use the softer colors for my nose contour. I feel like if I go in with the darkness, it kind of just makes the nose contour extra dark, but I don't want the focus to be on the nose contour. Where I want it is to be like, even with the rest of my makeup, of course, but I don't necessarily have to have it the same darkness. You feel me? Just because, again, it just gets a little bit too dark. But I think now I will be going in with the fourth row. So I'm just going to drag the brush across, and I'm just going to pack it on the very edge right here, because I don't want the whole brush to be the color. I think I want it just on the edges. This way it'll help me put it where I need it to go. Like right here. See how like soft that is? It's just adding a little bit extra depth where I want it to go. So we're gonna pick some more of that up, apply it here in the very pockets of my face. Now this is most likely going to be covered up by a wig, but it's still just part of the process, you know? And then I'm gonna use the upper half that I did not put the darker colors on, just to blend the two colors together. And then do the same thing for my temples and outer forehead area. And I feel like once you add on these darker colors, you can definitely see the like depth growing, and you can definitely see the gradation once it gets darker and darker. And then again, using the half that was not dipped into the darker colors just to blend everything together and make them a little bit more seamless. Then blend it in. Maybe I'll use a little bit of that just right here on my nose. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, that's about as much as where I want to go with that. And then I'm just going to use whatever leftover color just to kind of blend everything a little bit more. Just because I'm looking at this and I feel like it could be just a little bit more blended, especially because I'm not going to be adding any kind of blush or anything. So I just want to kind of get rid of that harsh line that is on my cheekbone right here, and also on the other side right here. Now that that is looking good, what I am going to do is use the third row and just the third row of that palette just to pick up some of those grays, and then we're going to create a very nice and soft eye shape. But like slowly building up the color, just like we builded up the contour. I know build it is not a word, but I said it and y'all are gonna have to deal with it, KK? So as you guys can see, I went in and I just basically gradiated. I created a little bit larger of an eye shape than I normally do, but let's do a little bit more of a graphic look today with this. But essentially all I did was just go across each row one by one and mixed all four of the colors together and then just blended it out, smoked it out, gradually getting darker and darker and focusing most of the darkness on the outer corner. So I am going to grab a concealer and then we're going to cut my crease. So as you can see, I've cut a bigger crease than what I normally do. So let's do the same thing on the other eye and hopefully they come out even, which is always a struggle when trying to do cut creases, is ensuring that they're even. So now I am picking up the Revolution Makeup Iced Diamond Loose Highlighter and we're going to use that on my lid where I cut my crease. Just because I, of course, like to make my lid stand out and I like to have it be super shiny. But I like this Revolution one because it kind of has a gray cast to it and it's not like a super white highlighter. So I will use this on my grayscale makeup just because if it's starting to look a little bit too gray, it's not going to matter because it will blend in. Ooh, party! So let's add some eyeliner, and I think I am going to once again dip into the Queen Studios Dragon Liner. And then I think I want to do more of a graphic eyeliner today. What do you guys think? I feel like it'll help balance out how much eyeshadow I put on accident and how like smoked out I made this line. Oopsie daisies. But yeah, let's get dramatic, why not? So now I'm going to use a flat brush to pick up these deepest shades right here. Bottom row, I'm going to use these really deep black shades to set my liner and smoke that into the edge of my eye. So let's watch. Now I am going to draw on eyebrows with the eyeliner. So I added some mascara and some more eyeliner and then went in underneath my eyelid and just made sure to match everything together. So I think this is pretty much it. Let me add a black lipstick. Do I feel like adding red to the center again? You know what, maybe not this time. And then for lips, I'm just going in with Queen Studios in the shade Canceled. I find that there are a lot of black lipsticks on the market, not all of them are good. My favorite one is the Milani brand. They have, I think, two different ones called Wicked and Leather. I don't know what the difference is between them, but I know that liquid lipsticks that claim to be black, like the Queen Studios Canceled, as well as the Juvia's Place Doodoo Liquid Lip, are both black, but you have to build them up, and it gets a little irritating and very drying on the lips. But to finish off the look, let's go in with some of the highlight that we used on our eyes just to tie the look together and make sure that our highlight is popping. So we're just softly adding this. And then we're going to slowly build it up. I kind of want a really popping highlight. But for now, let's just soft. So I'm going to add a lash and an outfit, and I will be right back with the completed look. But this essentially is probably one of my favorite makeup looks to do, and there's so many different things you can do to it. Like, instead of adding a white silvery lid, you can make it a really standout color, maybe neon, and same with the lips. And you can also, what I like to do is I like to wear my red contacts and then drip blood down my eyes, just for an added effect. And I feel like this is pretty simple, but there is still a lot that you can do with this, and that is why this is one of my favorite types of looks to do. And like I said, I'll be right back. Alright, and this is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. What do you guys think? Will you guys be practicing this look at home? I would love it if anybody out there would recreate any of my looks or follow any of my tutorials. That would mean the world to me. And if you do, please send me photos of like the outlook and like the turnout. What am I looking for? I don't know. But please send me any videos of you or photos of you if any of you out there decide to recreate one of the looks that I have decided to create for you guys. Again, I feel like the black and white is so versatile. You can create more clown looks, more editorial looks, more like kiss looks. There's so much you can do with the black and white, and I wish that I had some kind of like gel that's like green, so I can do kind of like a slime, like crying slime or like bleeding slime type of look, like I did with the red blood in one of my last tutorials. Hopefully you guys saw that. If not, go check that out. But I am Taco Minaj. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this grayscale look down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!